Hi all, welcome back to All in Manifestation podcast. It's Olin Quinn. I'm your host, and in this episode, I'm super excited because this week of week 11 of Renew Your Mind, Transform Your Life, a 6-month journey with Christ and consciousness, aka the power of your mind, we are going to be talking about how to invest and growing your wealth in God. So stay tuned.
The flame is flaming hot. I stopped people blazing. Now started making music and started to.
Hi, how are you guys? I am so excited with this episode because I just really want to hone in into investing and how you manage your money, because God has given you all the trust of how many ever money you have. Like if you have only $20 in your bank account, like you have paycheck to paycheck, you have business, this is the way to say thank you to God and knowing how to actually manage your money and multiply it in the smartest way ever. And I've been doing this since I was 22. And I'm 26 now, so I think I've been doing a pretty good job. So we're in week 11. I'm super excited. This 3 months has been gorgeous, and let me tell you what I talked about in my last episode, which is how do I have a money date or like manage my money in my 20s as a woman in Christ and believing in faith. And I really enjoy spending my time with Christ, sitting down and talk about my money with God and how do I manage the money that He trusts me to have and expand and multiply. And trust is a really big thing. And I think when God gives you small things and you actually manage it to be good, God will give you 100 million times multiply that. I hope you understand what I mean. But sorry, I am so congested. I've been not feeling well, but I am so excited to talk about this because I've been so crazy and maniac towards just like learning how to multiply my abundance, manage all my wealth and all that stuff, and I want to share it to you guys. So without further ado, let's get on to the episode. I started investing for 3 years of living in America, living in the United States. It's through 401k. I was working through this big, huge company that was managed by Amazon for 3 years. And through that, it's because it's a big cooperation from Amazon, I have 401k. So if you don't live in the United States, okay, I'm just going to explain it to you. This is like a retirement plan. So the company will sometimes match what you contribute towards your retirement plan, and that is good. If you are not looking forward towards making your own business, this 401k is super good for you when they're in a good match. Listen and read and research about your company and how they contribute towards your retirement plan. Let's say they match what you give out. Let's say you put $1 a month for your retirement and they give you $1 more for you to match that, and then that equals to you having $2 a month, which is very good. That is a very good contribution for your company. A thumbs up. But then for my case, I got out of that company and didn't want to continue my career in that company because it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I had it through Fidelity. This is a investing app, and it is also a retirement plan that they used, so I didn't have to open up another account. So what I did, I had my 401k and it multiplies, it has interest that I compound, which is I make more money throughout the years. And I didn't know this until my 4th year of having this 401k, with a year just not being put in because I'm not anymore with that company, so there's no contribution from the company or for me because I cut it off, all of it, and because I don't get the paycheck from them, so they do that automatically, and I'm not with them anymore. And I was like, oh, I think I have 401k. Like I was so blind with all the investments that I have. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh, I started listening to investments podcasts. I listen to Friends That Invest, or just YouTuber, her name is Nisha. She's super amazing at giving financial advice because she was a professional banker for so many years, and then she decided to educate a lot of people, millions of people, and I really love that. And I watch her almost every other day, or I will watch her once a week. So good. Every single advice that she gives to me, like I take it by heart, and I not only listen to it, but I also do it and take actions towards more investing and diversifying my portfolio. If you don't know anything about investing, what I'm trying to say is I try to invest more and put my money in different spots. I'm not putting my money in one basket. or investing in one product. So I totally get it. If you're overwhelmed, don't be overwhelmed. I'm trying to actually teach you and help you in a very easy way, as I was a girly who's like, what is investment and what is this? So I'm trying to explain it so much easier so then you can digest it. So I roll over my 401k to my Roth IRA. My Roth IRA is a retirement plan that you have your own pace, like how many ever you want to put in there per month or whatnot. And then by the age of 59 and a half, I think, you can get all of it with no tax. That is super important. And if you are planning to have a kid or have a kid now and they're like in their early age, obviously, you should definitely open up a Roth IRA for them and start investing and put your money in there for their retirement plan, for whatever that you guys need. But before 59 and a half, if you want to take it out, you're gonna get taxed, because this is genuinely for investment for like your retirement. Okay, so I do that and I invest my money in Roth IRA to S&P 500. Let's say like Vanguard, VOO. You got to do your own research for that, but make sure you take S&P 500 if you live in United States, because you're not only like, oh hey, I'm betting my money on Dior, and I know Dior is so amazing, like they're gonna grow, but we'd never know, right? We'd never know if Dior is gonna flank one day like Balenciaga at that time. So S&P 500 is they're listing every single shop in the mall. So there's Mango, there's Gucci, there's Bershka, there's Stradivarius, there's Uniqlo, there is Hermes, there is Celine, there is Louis Vuitton, and all of that is in S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in the United States. And for you to diversify your investment, so you're putting your money on all of those 500 top companies in the United States. So then if one tanked or like flunked, you still have 499 of them. You're gonna do well, because since 1966, the S&P 500 grows so much. Like if you put $1, right, you're gonna get $1,066 by now in 2026. So it is growing very good. It compounds your interest and it gives you money without just putting it in your bank account. Do not put your money in the bank account only, okay? But this is just roll over IRA. This is Roth IRA. This is for retirement. It's different than other retirements, which we're gonna go back later. I want to take a second to talk about something I created for you. If you've been feeling like you're stuck in the same patterns, replaying the same thoughts, maybe even knowing deep down that you're meant for more, but you just can't seem to bridge the gap between where you were, where you are, and where you want to be, or supposed to be, actually, this is for you. I created the Higher Self Journal because I needed it myself. It's not just a journal. It's a full transformational workbook designed to help you to do all the real inner work. That kind actually moves the needle. Inside, you're going to have a 25 powerful journal prompts that goes deep and step-by-step limiting belief cure, so you can finally identify and release what you have been quietly holding back. Releasing rituals to help you to let go and detach, and a full 12-month manifestation plan so you can start living your real intention month by month. I also threw in a free curated playlist on high vibrational frequencies to listen to when you're journaling. And right now, there is a discount. It's actually $35, but now it's $19.99 if you purchase during the 6-month journey series. And I will be throwing in a free guided meditation for you to guide you through your whole process of releasing with this workbook. And yeah, you can grab it right now through the link in description and the show notes down below. It's going to be in my Beacons page, and it will straight go through your inbox and your email when you have purchased it. The moment you check out, you can start today. Absolutely recommend it. And don't forget, when you actually purchase it, open with Google Docs or Acrobat to work on all of your workbook digitally, or you can print it out. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, whatever floats your boats. This is yours, from my heart to yours. Let's continue to the episode. So I also have living benefit, which is life insurance. I applied myself a life insurance since I was 22 or 23 actually, and those money can help me to use it when I'm sick or whenever I needed to buy a house. Let's say like I can take out the money that I've saved and put that towards whatever I needed. And living benefits has so much. I used myself through National Life Group, and you got to do your own research. I was in this because I had a friend that was in there and she was an agent, and I almost became an agent. I thought this is gonna be like a good thing for my life, but I hated it. Ugh, for the love of God, like I don't want to think about life insurance. It's not my passion. I love managing money. I love money. I love managing my own money, but not other people's money, and I don't want to like make sales and whatnot, so I didn't want to do that. So you have to do your own research in your own country, but you just gotta like know how to manage your own account. Sometimes agent can be flaky, so you just gotta like take in charge of your own account, even though you bought your own life insurance through an agent. That's my personal story. Don't take my advice seriously, just take it for the grain of salt. This is my experience. And then so I also have weekly deposit to Fidelity investment. Investment is something that is temporary, and it's not that you have to wait until 59 and a half years old to pull it out tax-free. It is going to be taxed when it's interest and you have to take it out by the end of the year for taxing season, but it is a good way to put your money in there instead of putting it in your bank account. I choose my bank account through Capital One, and I have been living here for 5 years in America, and I've tried Wells Fargo, I've tried Citibank, I've tried everything, okay, but like Capital One is the best because it gives me 3.1 APY or annual percentage yield, which is so much higher than any other else. They would give us like whatever percent, like it's not as high as Capital One when I put my money in there. So even though I have like a couple hundred to just save money so I can put in my savings, you know, sometimes when I don't like to have a lot of my checkings, just put it over there throughout the month when I like, oh, you know, it's low, let me just like transfer some money so that I don't spend too much, and also to put it in the 360 with the 3.10 APY or APR. It's it's free money for you, and it gives you 3% more than what you have already put in that savings account. So I have a referral code down below. If you do, you'll get a free $300 in your bank account with no fees, no minimum payment, no worries. This is not an ad. I'm just giving it to you because I recommend this to my family and friends, and I have met a lot of successful people. They all use Capital One for their daily transactions. I've done my research, and Capital One is the only bank account out there that gives more than 1%. They're the highest ones, that's for sure. Yeah, you get $300 bonus, and the link is in my show notes and description box down below. I want to start this with Proverbs 13 verse 11. It says, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." So the Solomon standards, wisdom before wealth, is in 1 Kings 3 verse 5 till 13, where it says that God shows up to Solomon and he said, ask me for anything. But Solomon was like, okay, I want wisdom. He didn't say, I want money, God, I want fame. He said, I want wisdom and understanding. God said, because you ask for wisdom and understanding and knowledge, not riches, I'll give you both. So Solomon became the wealthiest man alive. Like, Bezos had nothing on him, not because he chased money, but he pursued wisdom, because wisdom equals having a lot of money. When I was 17, I suffered to depression because 2 years before my grandpa passed away, he was my provider. He was my dad in a way, because he's always there whenever I need it the most. I love him so much. And he lost him, and 2 years later, I was still so depressed. One night, I was 17, man. I know nothing about nothing, but I remembered at night and I prayed to God. I was like, Jesus, please give me wisdom. Please give me hope. Please give me sufferings. Because I know this sufferings will give me so much wisdom that it brings me wealth, happiness, and joy, and also understanding in this broken world. You're good, and you provide, and you're my soul. You're my father. And it leads to 3 years later, I won a green card lottery. Or actually, no. That year, actually, I won a green card lottery, and then 3 years later, I came here because the process took me a while. And if you haven't listened to my story about winning a green card lottery, you can click it on the show notes down below, or I'll put it right here on the link. So, gosh, I mean, I made millions of rupiah I'm talking about rupiah. I'm not talking about dollars yet, but like I'm talking about rupiah. Like I've made millions of rupiah since I came here, comparing to where I would be if I still live in Indonesia. My money is definitely more abundant now that I live here, so I can give to the people in Indonesia. Like give it to my grandma, I give it to the church that I grew up in, I give it to a bunch of kids. Like I really love the fact that I can build so much wealth here, so then I can give it to my family back at home and the people that I grew up with. So I asked for sufferings, I asked for wisdom instead of asking for riches, money, and all that stuff, because opportunity and networking beats how much money you have. So what I'm trying to say here is that don't ask for wealth, don't ask for money. You can't even manage your own money right now. If you're paycheck to paycheck, let's say per paycheck you get only $1,000 or like $500, you can't manage the $1 million. You can't manage the big money that God would give to you, because you're gonna lose it all, and there is a thermostat of your own body on how much you can receive. And if you can't manage the $500 that God give you, he can't give you the $500 million. So the sufferings that you have, God will give you wisdom towards it. And that's literally in the book of Ecclesiastes, if you want to read all of them. I'm gonna start doing that in the next month on how to live, because my church was talking about that this month, and I think it's really worth of talking about it. But next week we are going to talk about 4 biblical principles of wise investing and how you can apply that to your own life. I am so excited for next week. I hope that I feel better next week, because I'm not about sounding like this. This is not okay. I can't sing and it's bad. I do not like being sick. So pray for me. I'm gonna pray for myself. But we have a certain thermostat, and we have to tune into what God is giving us right now. Like we have to be grateful for that, knowing the fact that when we start with something small, because that's what it says in Proverbs 13 verse 11, it says dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. So when we trust our money from right now what we have, and then manage it really good, giving 10% towards saving and 80% towards spending, if you can, please do that. And watch my last week's video on how you can manage your money, and I break it down step by step on how you spend your money and how you utilize and manage your money, like how many percentage you should do, like the calculation, all that stuff. It's in my last week's video. You do not want to miss it. And this is just the beginning. If you want to learn and understand how to invest wisely biblically, go ahead and click this video over here, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the All In Manifestation Podcast. If you loved today's episode, I'd be thrilled to share a future self-guided meditation with you. To get it, just leave an honest review on Apple Podcasts, share your biggest takeaways, and let us know how we're doing. Before you hit submit, take a quick screenshot and then email it to olinquinninquiries@gmail.com. That is olinquinninquiries@gmail.com. Once I see it, I'll send over your free meditation as a thank you. Until next week, stay aligned, stay within your authentic self, and I'll see you then. Bye.